What's up, everyone? We're at Times Square, New York City. The New York Times, baby. The snow. What's up, everyone? I'm walking in the cold in New York City. Happy 2026. What's up? Oh, Sherry, how are you? I'm in New York City. Walking down memory lane. What's up? Tony down under. We're walking in New York City, baby. We're heading to yeah. So I decided that what's up? Yeah. So I've been working a lot. Just been too tired to live stream. But I'm actually in a month or two heading back to Las Vegas because I want to start sewing like $5,000 wedding dresses. So Las Vegas being the wedding capital of the world, we're on 42nd Street, baby. Happy 2026. It's freezing cold, but we are on 42nd Street. Yeah, so going back to Vegas. But I did live in New York City for 20 years. The New York snow, baby. Yeah, because I really miss, like I really miss the cats meow and doing the karaoke. And so I think I want to start, like I said, you know, occasionally live streaming. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I actually learned 200 songs. Like from 2023 to 23, 24, 25. Hi. So, oh, Sherry, Tony MPG, what's up? It's freezing cold in New York City. I'm 42nd Street, Times Square, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna be back in Vegas like in March. Cause as a designer, I'm gonna focus on wedding dresses. I probably won't be like live streaming much, but I'm actually gonna start making a lot of videos. Like, oh shoot, 30 last week in Minnesota. Yeah. So, then I'm really excited. I actually did learn singing, learn how to sing 200 songs. And actually my singing got really amazing, and my new challenge is to make a like a $5,000 wedding dress, like in 8 to 12 hours, and I'm going to make videos like that. So, oh, thank you, Chef Blondie. Yeah. Oh, wait. Here you got the New Year. We're going to just walk around all over. There's what's up, Vicky Daniel, Chef Blondie, Exquisite Taste. So I'm basically walking out memory lane because I lived in New York City from 1995 to 2016. Oh, thank you, Vicky Daniel. Yeah. So hope everyone is having a great 2026. We could walk to like Koreatown too. Koreatown's like 34th Street. We're on 42nd. What's up, first last? What's going on? We in New York City, baby. So we're walking down memory lane. We're gonna go down 7th Avenue. Yeah, but not for too long. Sorry, but not for too long. I'm going back to Vegas. I realized because Vegas is the wedding capital of the world, and I can make wedding dresses. And I was working as a tailor, and like I never made like wedding dresses, but I made like fancy dresses, and I fixed this wedding dress for this woman. So I realized that I could really focus on wedding dresses as a designer. And like I said, they mean strength. Like, you know, that's why I'm going back to Vegas because I'm going to focus on wedding dresses. But meanwhile, we're on 7th Avenue. I had a showroom here in Manhattan. So we're walking down memory lane. We're walking down 7th Avenue now. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. Like in March. Yeah, March. I realized that I prefer the heat over the cold. Yes, babe, we're on 7th Avenue. So we're walking down 7th Avenue, probably gonna hit like 34th Street by the Empire State Building. So how you doing, first last? Oh, thank you, Date Meets Strength. And then also I upgraded my phone. I got the Samsung S25 Ultra. So I'm really excited. I'm actually celebrating my new phone, the Samsung S25 Ultra 5G. Oh, let's go by the needle. Oh, shoot. What did you say, Chef Blondie? If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. Yeah, so from 2002 to 2009, I had a store downtown. Actually, another live stream before I leave for Vegas. I'll go like show you where my store was. And what's really cool is that, what's up, Jody FJ? Yeah, Jody FJ in the house. But see, what I want to do is I want to be able to go back and forth, like from Vegas to New York City, because New York City is really fun in the spring and summer. Well, this first last apartment. Oh, Vicky Daniel says I was there in 2012 for my 5th birthday, and of course I went to the Today Show. Oh, awesome. So here's the famous button. Check this out. Look at the big button with the big needle. I like big buttons and I cannot lie. Yo, that's a big ass button right there. Oh, for your 50th birthday? And then check this guy. Sewing away. Am I going to the material district? Yeah, we are in the garment district. This is like a famous statue. The guy sewing away. This is a big ass button. I like big buttons and I cannot lie. Yeah, it's called the garment district actually. Yeah, it's less crowded on the weekends in Manhattan. It's a big snow pile, yeah. I like big buttons and I cannot lie. Yeah. I mean, downtown is like more fun and lively. You know, Midtown is like pretty quiet in the weekends. What's up, David Smith? How you doing? Oh, I've been doing good. Just going through life's ups and downs last year. But I studied a lot. You know, and I learned 200 songs. Maybe I'll be able to, I think when I get back to Vegas, I'll be able to do street karaoke. And sing the songs that I like to sing. So we're heading down 7th Avenue. We're right now in the garment district. Yes, I did make it. Woo! Yeah, a lot of weed shops just in case. Oh, speaking of, I wanted to share with you. Well, I want to go down to the Koreatown and maybe sit because it's kind of cold. So yeah, we were on 7th Avenue and 38th Street. I had my showroom 38th Street between 7th and 8th. Oh yeah, Jody, after you said, how far are you from Manhattan? I know you're in New Jersey, right, Jody FJ? What's up, Keith World? Ooh. Yeah, and then what do you call it? I forget. Somebody said, like a couple years ago, I think I had somebody, you know, actually tell me that, you know, I could probably sing some Janis Joplin songs. And a couple years ago, that seemed so far-fetched. But I actually did start, you know, practicing Janis Joplin. And then I actually even, I actually put a lot of time into learning, someone else said, why don't you learn Adele? And I was like, oh, no, never. I would never be able to sing Adele. But I actually put a lot of time into Rolling in the Deep. And Set Fire to the Rain. So a couple years ago, I thought it was so far-fetched for me to be able to sing Adele songs or Janis Joplin songs. But now I'm totally ready to do it. And I'll be back at the Cats. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, David Smith. You know, I'm kind of like a low-key superstar. But I just wanted to share with you, I have this really great project. And that's why I'm actually live streaming. It's going to be very exciting. It's about, it's basically, okay, I'll tell you like in one sentence, in one line what it is. Oh, Damien Strength, I had a great time partying with you at Fort Queens. Yeah, we're going back in 2027 spring. That's what Damien Smith said. Damien Strength said. Yeah. Basically, you know, well, this is what I was learning. I was learning about Plato's allegory, Okay, so the philosopher, the Greek philosopher Plato, right? So Plato was talking about the allegory of the cave. I don't know if y'all know about the allegory of the cave. So basically, something on this is so exciting. This is super, super duper exciting. But going back to the Plato allegory of the cave, this relates to Four Queens, which is, all right, y'all. We're Thank you. And what's really great is, thank you so much, everyone, because I really did get a lot of, live streaming experience. And so this is going to be an exciting festival. And the festival is going to be about spreading spreading awareness of the medical benefits of cannabis. And it's going to be festivals where it's going to happen in like fairgrounds of any festival. This is Macy's right here. Oh. Victoria's Secret. Victoria, don't tell nobody. New York, New York. If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. Macy's. I think Macy's is the biggest department store. Whew. What's up, Eric Knudsen? How you doing? Oh, Manhattan always has 5 bars of service. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. So in one line, what this is all about is that you don't run. Okay, so the motto of this whole event, which is about spreading cannabis awareness, but it's also about feeding the homeless. And ultimately, it's also going to help college graduates with their student loans. It's going to be happening 6 months to a year. So there's going to be sponsors who are cannabis dispensaries, and there's going to be a contest who grows the best strain, and the winner wins $20,000. But apart from that, there's going to be some metal music headliners, but then there's going to be a battle of the bands, and it's all going to be on fairgrounds in states where recreational cannabis is legal. And then there's going to be free food for anyone who wants it. And it's going to be a 3-day festival in all the states where cannabis is legal. Then it's going to go all over the world. In Italy, recreational cannabis is legal, but in France, recreational cannabis is not legal, just medical. So that's why, my French is really good, but that's why I'm actually going to brush up on my Italian, and then I'm gonna I thought I was gonna do my fashion show in Paris, but my whole plan is to do it in Italy now, because the fact that recreational cannabis is legal in Italy, but not in France. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're heading to Koreatown. Now we're on 5th Avenue. And 34th Street. So in one line, it's you don't run a business like a charity. Meaning, you don't hire, you don't hire people just because you feel sorry for them. If they're incompetent, you don't hire these people. You run a business like a business. You expect your employees to be competent. But at the same time, as an entrepreneur, you would be helping your employees become competent. But you can run a great charity like a great business, and that's what this is all about, this Cannabis Awareness Music Festival. So that's pretty much what it is. You don't run a business like a charity, but you can run a great charity like a great business, and that's the motto for all these festivals. And it's going to be about like a lot of the proceeds are going to be to help students with their college grads with their student loans, and also to help the local homeless wherever the venue is. It's going to be on fairgrounds, and it's going to be like a 3-day festival with like 80,000 tickets. And then there's going to be like, you know, VIP tents for people, and then there's going to be like a like, so I have a partner who thought about a lot of things, and he's actually connected with this entertainment lawyer. You could look him up. His name is Michael Guido. So he's actually good friends with my business partner. So what's gonna happen is I think Michael Guido is like, you know, a bunch of hotshot, you know, entertainers, you know, lawyers. So it's really going to happen. I'm really excited. It's going to happen like 6 months to a year from now. All right, take care, first, last. Thanks for showing up. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, we're heading to Koreatown. I'm just walking down memory lane. Tony FTC said, where do the ducks go in the winter? I don't know. I might do a live stream like by Central Park. I've been wanting to. I just want to do, you know, like a couple live streams before I go back to Vegas. Oh yeah, totally. Like Lower Manhattan is like there's this amazing Vietnamese restaurant like in Lower Manhattan. Yeah. If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York. New York. Yo, I'm from New York. What's up? I'm from New York. But yeah, dealing with the cold or the heat, it's all about your state of mind. We're on West 32nd Street, heading towards Koreatown. Maybe find a place chill. Yeah. Yeah, so I remember I lived on 29th Street. Then I had a showroom on 38th Street. Maybe next time go to Central Park. Ooh. Yes, welcome everyone. We're in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, baby. We're in K-Town. I'm excited that there's an H-Mart now in Las Vegas. I think that was last year. There's an H-Mart right here. We got Udon Lab. Oh, there's the H-Mart. We got H-Mart across the street. We're on 32nd Street between 6th and 5th Avenue. That's pretty much Koreatown, K-Town. Or you probably could get a Korean skincare.
Everybody go there. Yeah.
Korean restaurant. So if y'all come to New York City, make sure you come to Koreatown. Katie, known as Kathy. Oh, what's up? Thank you. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to be heading back to Vegas because I'm going to be focusing on wedding dresses. And my challenge is to be able to make oh, look, karaoke. What's up, Courtesy? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just trying to find a place to sit. It's kind of cold. Courtesy represent. If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. I'm looking for my oh, I don't know if this. There used to be this food court. Oh, here it is. Oh, this place is so cool. We could walk through here. This is awesome. It's called Food Gallery 32. We could walk through here. Whoa, it's really crowded though. Thank you. Alright, we're in this is kind of... Ooh, it's nice and warm in here. What's up? What's up, Gurkha Legend, my friend? Oh shit, Kung Fu Tea. This is like a Korean food court. This place is awesome. I might get, look, you got all these like little, sorry. What's up? These are all like Korean dishes. Oh, you got this place is like, it's called Food Gallery 32. There's all these little different, it's like 35 restaurants in one place. Oh, this is Chinese. Oh, they even had Chinese here too. Oh, Miss Sunshine Nails. All these people eating. This is the second floor. Welcome everyone. We're in Koreatown. This is a fun spot. They have really good food here. Yeah, I'm really loving my new. I think the picture quality is even better, right, on the Samsung S25 Ultra. You got Chunga, you got. Yeah. All right, let me say hello to this guy. What's your name?
Morgan.
Huh?
Morgan.
Morgan in the house. Woo! Represent. What's his best thing here? The buns?
We got Korean style sim bun and Japanese and Korean dessert.
Oh, wow. These are all the steam buns?
Yep. You can see them right here if you don't.
Oh, outside? Oh. Oh, you see all these? Woo! Oh, thank you. Thank you, yeah. Morgan, yeah. And it's called Mama Pocket Buns. Oh, thank you, Jody FJ. Yeah, I'm really excited. Samsung S25 Ultra 5G, baby. Oh, there's a place across the street that I wanted to go to. Oh, it's not open? So that place is awesome. It's called, if you come to Manhattan, make sure you come to Food Gallery 32. What's up, Far Star Lover? Yeah, like I haven't really been live streaming because I've just been so busy. You know, working on myself, and I've just been so busy working. Like, you know, I'm working, you know, as a tailor. So, and I'm working as a tailor like 6 days a week, and then I would just be too tired. So, Jody FJ says, I can't eat buns. I want to eat 10 of them. Oh, yeah, those are good, though. I want to learn how to make those. But anyway, so I'm not going to be, you know, live streaming as much, but maybe like once a month. But I'm really excited because, you know, I'm going to be, my goal is, well, my new goal is to be able to make a $5,000 wedding dress every day. That's my new goal. So what I want to do is actually start making a lot of videos where I show, you know, like my challenge is like in 8 to 12 hours, you know, to make a you know, $5,000 wedding dress. So I'm going to be making a lot of those type of videos. And then what's up Ralphio Press? Ralphio Press, what's up? Marco Press, right? Now we're on 5th Avenue. We're basically in Koreatown. So I'm going to be making more videos, basically, and then live stream every now and then. Yeah, that's right, baby. Woo! You were shocked to see me online? Oh, yeah? Yeah, I've just been so busy working. What's up, the Mighty Bull? Yeah. What's up, Devin? And what's up? Yeah, actually, you know, I lived in New York City from 1995 to 2016. And that's actually where I did make my dreams, my fashion dreams come true. We're on 5th Avenue. I went to Fashion Institute of Technology, graduated in '99, and then I met Umberto Manzo, who is the #1 pattern maker of New York City, and I met him at Fashion Institute of Oh wow, that's what we could do. We could walk to Fashion Institute of Technology. If you were my sugar dad, you wouldn't have to work at all. But actually, I really love working. I have to admit, I really enjoy working. Like, I'm a workaholic. So, oh yeah, we could actually head down to the Fashion Institute of Technology because we're walking down memory lane. Oh, this is kind of exciting. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, y'all. So we're on a 32nd. No, wait, we're on 31st and 5th. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go down to 27th Street, yeah, and then check out FIT. Oh shit. But the eternal energy set. The last time I saw your stream was in Vegas doing karaoke. I know that was like pretty much like almost 2 years ago, right? So. Oh, your sister Mighty Bull says, good to see you again, especially in New York City. My sister graduated from the Fashion Institute of Technology. Yeah, so I graduated in, actually it was 98. And what happened was, like, I was able to graduate quickly, and I got a scholarship too, because I had because I went to Amherst College, and I had a degree already in 93. So I was able to transfer all my liberal arts credits to graduate quickly from Fashion Institute of Technology, and then I got a scholarship. And then what really was awesome, that was really life-changing, was Umberto Manzo was, there was like a critic, right? For I don't know, maybe you probably know this, Mighty Bull. So there's a critic for when you graduate, and then you get like a critics award. And so Heike Jarek and Umberto Manzo were both working at Searle. I don't know if you know Searle. Searle's like they have a store on Madison Avenue. It's like a renowned fashion company that specializes in shearling, like shearling coats. Supposedly like Jackie O was like one of their most famous customers. So they were working at Searle, and what happened was Heike Jarek and Umberto Manzo, they were working under Richard Tyler at Anne Klein. So what happened though was that Richard Tyler, so Umberto Manzo was Richard Tyler's pattern maker. I don't know if you know about Richard Tyler, but he's a very successful fashion designer. So what happened was when he was working at Anne Klein, he was basically had all the supermodels modeling for him, like Kate Moss and Helena Christensen, all the supermodels. But then what happened was they fired Richard Tyler. They were saying he was spending too much money, but it was really trying to build Anne Klein to be like American Chanel. But anyway, so Richard Tyler got fired. So then Umberto Manzo and Heike Jarek were working for Richard Tyler. So then, when your boss gets fired, then you don't have a job. So then they went to Searle. So that's when I met Umberto Manzo at FIT. So he was, Heike Jarek was the critic, but Umberto Manzo was the technical designer, and Heike Jarek was like the overall designer, but she wasn't like a great pattern maker. So what happened was, I was majoring in sportswear at FIT. This was in 98. So what happened was I had all these samples. So Umberto was like, saw all my samples, and he said, wow, you have so much talent, but you need some technical, all you need is some technical tweaking. So what happened was, Umberto Manzo, then he's not, check this out. So then he was, after he worked at Searle, then he was working, I don't know if you heard of this brand. It's a very successful brand. They're called Lafayette 148. Thank you. So they're called Lafayette 148. And what happened was their factory and their showroom, the reason why it was called Lafayette 148 is because it was located on 148 Lafayette. So if y'all know downtown, Lafayette Street is basically between Broadway and Mulberry Street downtown. So anyways, what happened was then I got hired to work at Lafayette 148 because I had all my samples. And Umberto was like, oh, you know, she just graduated from FIT and, you know, she just needs some technical, tweaking. And I really do believe in her talent. So I got to work with the best pattern maker of New York City, thanks to going to FIT and meeting Umberto Manzo. So thank you, Umberto Manzo, and thank you, Heike Jarek. Oh, well, you want a funny story? That's Chef Blondie. Funny that you should mention Donna Karen. Oh, sorry. Funny that you should mention Donna Karen, because what happened was Umberto Manzo was such a popular pattern maker in Manhattan that he would get stalked by designers. Like, they would be in their limos and they'd be stalking him. So what happened was that so Donna Karen was basically like begging Umberto Manzo to come work for her. And so, you know, so what happened was he goes up to see her and talk to her. And then what happened was he got turned off because all they wanted to do was take Giorgio Armani designs and knock them off. So Umberto Manzo is like a, you know, like an Argentinian Italian, or I should say Italian Argentinian. So he's like, what is this? They cannot make me do this. Like, I am a designer, pattern maker. I cannot just copy Giorgio Armani, you know? But anyways, so that's why he worked one day at Donna Karen. He didn't want to work there. And then, you know, but then he got his job at Lafayette 148. And they were basically like, he's so good that they were like basically begging him to, you know, work for them. And Lafayette 148 is a very successful company, you know, as we speak, because they hired Umberto Manzo to be their pattern maker. And also he had worked also at not only Anne Klein, Searle, but also Christian Dior. Like, he worked at Christian Dior when, you know, in '63 when JFK got assassinated. So that's pretty much what happened. I got so lucky. I got to work with the best pattern maker of New York City, and that's how I learned how to make patterns. And so then now with this festival, I'm going to be, you know, designing for these metal rock stars. You know, so because metal, like, you know, metal music, like, they love, you know, like, fashion kind of became too casual, but in the metal world, in the metal music world, like, they're into it. They love, like, you know, feathers and velvet and you know, like, denim jackets that are studded and embroidered. So now I'm totally ready to be, you know, literally a designer for these rock stars. And thanks to my business partner, he's the one who invested in my business when I had my store from 2002 to 2009. We'll go there another day. That's actually like between Soho and Little Italy. Eternal Energy said, that's what's up. We're on 29th Street right now, but we're gonna go to 27th Street. My old Fashion Institute of Technology. So I went to Amherst College, graduated in '93, but then I went to FIT from 96 to 98. So Umberto, if you're out there, I just want to say thank you so much, because you gave me the confidence to keep on believing in my fashion and really believing in my talent. And that's why I never gave up, because I've always had too many people believe in me. So, you know, there were times when I wanted to give up, but there are just people out there like, no, you can't, you know, you got to share your talent with the world. And so, and now this festival is going to be amazing. So I'm working on, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm celebrating my new phone. But I'm also celebrating this new project. The first one might be in Las Vegas or California. the first festival, it's going to be like a 3-day festival to promote cannabis awareness. And then it's going to go all over the world. Yeah. And then maybe even get like Jose. So this festival is going to be about, people are going to buy tickets, like $200 a ticket. It's going to be like 80,000 people, but also there's going to be, local homeless are going to be fed, and a lot of the proceeds are going to go to help students with their student grads with their college loans. And Raphael, am I in New York City permanently or just visiting? No, I'm just visiting. I've just been here for like 6 months, and I basically am going to make Las Vegas my permanent home, because Las Vegas is the wedding capital of the world. And basically I'm going to focus on wedding dresses, and I'm going to be showing, like, I'm basically going to like make videos where I make a $5,000 wedding dress in like 8 hours. So that's my challenge. Farstar Lover says 6 months. Paying rent in Las Vegas. I would definitely say that Las Vegas rent is a lot less expensive than Manhattan rent. And then I also want to pay tribute to Robert Greene. Robert Greene is this 6 times New York Times bestseller. And he wrote, 48 Laws of Power, that came out in 1998. I don't know if y'all know about Robert Greene, but then he also wrote this book called Mastery. So, what do you call it? I totally devoted my whole life to mastering fashion. And it's going to come to a culmination when I, show how I can make a $5,000 dress in like 8 to 12 hours. I mean, that really is a culmination of my skills. Woo! Memory Lane, Fashion Institute of Technology. So, that's what's up. So I'm really... Hey everyone, we're 7th Avenue, baby. 7th Avenue is Fashion Avenue. RC Car Guy, what's up? Yeah, I don't miss the cold weather in New York City either. But if you have money, if you live in New York City, you got money, so you can wear like cashmere all the time and wear like silk long johns, and then you got money to... Thank you, Eternal Energy. Yes, speak your destiny into existence. Yes, thank you very much. So this is where I met Umberto Manzo, the best pattern maker of New York City, and he helped me create over 200 signature looks. And now I can, put together everything that I've done. And so this festival is going to be amazing, because it's all going to be about music and fashion, and there's going to be like a best dress contest, because like metal music, people get really creative with feathers and boas and studs and velvet, and there's going to be like a contest, like a best dress contest, and also there's going to be like battle of the bands to support new talent in music. And then there's going to be like VIP celebrity judges, working with Michael Guido, who knows he's an entertainment lawyer in New York City. So he's gonna help make that happen. I think he's like whatever you feel about Jay-Z, he's Jay-Z's lawyer. He's Jay-Z's entertainment lawyer. Then also like Sarah Hudson. Yay, we're at Oh, thank you, Mighty Fool. Yeah, so I graduated from FIT in 1998. Yeah, New York City did get whacked with some snow, yeah. So here we are, we're on 7th Avenue, baby, Fashion Avenue. 7th Avenue, baby. Fashion Avenue. Oh, and I'll show you the Fashion Museum. So I have and then I got a full scholarship to FIT too. And then that's also how I met Umberto, the best pattern maker of New York City. Because I had all these samples. So I want to say that, you know, just never stop believing, right? Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Yeah, so I want to say, don't stop believing, y'all. It sounds cliche, and I just was always ready for every opportunity. Here's the museum at FIT. The museum at FIT, y'all. Oh. Ooh, that's hot. I like that. Ooh. Yeah, Journey. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Yeah, it's cold as fuck here, but that's another thing I remember too. Like, if I'm talking, I could like walk in this cold. Like, I remember like walking in 105-degree weather. As long as I'm feeling engaged, I'm good. So yeah, like I basically can put up the cold or the heat. But I'm going back to Vegas because I'm going to be focusing on my wedding designs and focusing on cannabis awareness. Now that and then this perfect timing too, because these festivals are going to be great because, you know, I don't know, I think like half of the United States recreational cannabis is legal, but I think it's going to be, once we start doing these festivals, you know, I think some of these people might feel, some of these states might start feeling excluded, and I think these festivals might actually like help make recreational cannabis legal in all the states, because the festivals are going to generate a lot of revenue, you know, for all the states. And then meanwhile, there's actually, you know, like 7 hotshot cannabis companies that already pledged like $100,000. So, like for me, like live streaming is about, you know, like it's not, like live streaming does not necessarily make money, but I mean, for some people, I guess, you know, I mean, I don't have those skills, but I think I'm better at thinking of the bigger picture, and the live streaming for me would be more about being able to discuss and promote like my bigger goals, like this festival. Well, we're in Chelsea. Yes, thank you, Eternal Energy. And basically, like no drug is perfect, you know, and but if you think of things relatively, and you think like, you know, if you kind of weigh the benefits, you kind of weigh the pros and cons, you know, marijuana wins over alcohol. You know what I found out too, though? This is crazy too. I found out what's going on though is that somebody was telling me in Jersey that a lot of these bars are struggling now because of recreational cannabis being legal. But I look at it like, you know, it's better that, you know, there's probably going to be like less, you know, accidents, you know, from the alcohol. So, you know, so now what's starting to happen is now there's kind of like a backlash, and it's these alcohol companies again that kind of want to demonize, you know, cannabis again. So, you know, a lot of times cannabis is demonized, you know, not from a moral standpoint, but it gets demonized from, you know, like alcohol companies that are trying to compete with marijuana. And that has been the history of you know, marijuana like in the 30s. So that's why these festivals are all about, you know, promoting cannabis awareness. And yeah, Ralphio says, I'm high on life. And more power to you, you know, like, more power to you if you don't really smoke weed or you don't enjoy it or it's not for you. But it has helped, actually, it has helped people that are alcoholics. Actually, what they did was, it actually has helped, you know, people from being, you know, alcoholics. So, woo, oh, it's cold. I'm walking in this cold. Eternal Energy says weed dispensaries are like candy stores in South Jersey. Oh yeah. So, all right, y'all. We're on 23rd Street. Yeah, you smoke weed bag at night, baby. Lowland Plain said hi. So so that's what happened. That's why, you know, so I've been working, you know, I've been working as a tailor. What's up, Anna Cadillac family? What's up? No, I'm on 23rd Street. Oh, we could head towards Broadway. So yeah, that's what's. So all I want to say is that I've been just ready for every opportunity, and should have taken an Uber. Too cold and windy. Oh no, you know what it is? I have a lot of what do you call it? Willpower, and that's the reason why I worked hard my whole life. Like, you know. Like, my back would hurt so much from making patterns, and to tell you the truth, like, I would just, like, you know, smoke a little, and it would get rid of the pain, and then I'd work another 8 hours. So, cause, yeah, you gotta be tough, baby. It's all about state of mind, your mindset, your willpower, baby. It ain't nothing out here, baby. I'm walking here, remembering all my struggle in New York City and never giving up. And I remember, and I used to take advantage of January and February. Like, I would, like, work my ass off, you know, making patterns. So I used to take advantage of the cold weather and work my ass off to stay in and then have fun in the spring, because New York City in the spring is beautiful. And the fall, yeah. Yeah, 'cause I believe that we can make it if we try. All we need is inspiration, and you will fly. Yo, then I'm gonna be coming out with my original music too, yo. 'Cause I believe that we can make it if we try. Yo, then I'm gonna have my perfume called Inspiration. What's up, Chicago Kong? What's up, Tokyo Dolphins? We out in the cold, baby, in New York City. So we're walking up memory lane. I had my showroom on 38th Street. I lived on 29th Street. But most of my 21 years that I lived in Manhattan, from 1995 to 2016, was downtown. Basically, like, my store was at 237 Center Street. You know, like the courthouses is, the New York courthouses is 100 Center Street. What's up, John Doe 899? Thank you, John Doe. So yeah, so I'm basically just walking down memory lane, but I'm gonna live stream another before I'm leaving like for Vegas in like mid-March. So I think I want to do another live stream downtown where my store used to be. And that's another story too. So my store I had my store 2002 to 2009. I had to close it, with the recession. So the landlord, right? He basically like owned the whole block. But the storefronts were like, gated, and the store, there was all these storefronts, and they were all just gated, because it was like a dead block. But it's right across the street from the old police building. I don't know, you've probably seen it like in Barney Miller. So they turned it into a condo building. What's up, Kevin Butler, my friend? How are you? Thank you, Kevin Butler. Yeah. So woo, we're on 6th Avenue now, Avenue of the Americas, and we're heading back to Port Authority. Because I'm living in New Jersey, and it's like half an hour from the Port Authority. So we're heading back up. We were just, we visited, we just saw FIT that brought memories. Look, $1.50 pizza only in New York City. If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. What's up, Becky A? We're on 6th Avenue. Yeah, a lot of snow in New York City. Oh no, it's like a bus. It's like a half an hour bus. So, I'm gonna try to like live stream maybe like once a month, but I'm gonna start making a lot of videos, and basically the challenge is I'm gonna in like 8 hours show how I can make a $5,000 dress in like 8 to 12 hours. But of course I would have to edit the video. Like the time off that I've been taking has been learning about video editing and learning about website design. And then I also learned 200 songs. So, and Danger Chris says, oh, how is your Vegas blood handling? How is your Vegas blood handling New York? Well, actually, I've lived in New York City for 21 years, from 1995 to 2016. So I'm okay with the cold weather. But for people just tuning in, yeah, I did just temporarily. Oh, I gotta tell a story about that. Oh, I got so many stories. So they're all like really good stories, positive stories. So okay, so now to see if this is fine. I can live stream in the cold if I can talk. Like, it doesn't matter to me, like, if it's cold or hot, as long as I'm engaged and got stories to tell. So here's another story. So what happened was, so I was in Santa Cruz for a while. I really liked Santa Cruz, but I was partnering with a woman in her store, and then I had like, lots of merchandise in her store. But what was going on, which I didn't know, but then she finally told me, was that she was backed up on the rent, so it was time to leave. So I was in Santa Cruz like from from April 2025 of last year to September. Thank you, David Smith. And then you know what else? I'm really proud of myself because what happened was I actually did take singing lessons. And this was in 2007. This is like 19 years ago. What's up, Airmar? It says, hi, so nice to see you. We used to watch you in Vegas. We were just talking about you the other day. Thank you. Yeah, I got all sorts of, I just feel like I feel better than ever, like with all these, like everything's coming together, like all my, struggles and everything just always worked out for me. Like getting to work with the best pattern maker of New York City by going to Fashion Institute of Technology, having gotten a full scholarship to Amherst College, graduating from Amherst College in '93, being able to use all my liberal arts credits so I could graduate FIT quickly. And then that's how I met Umberto, the best pattern maker of New York City, and that's how I was able to make all my patterns. And also in New York City, I met my business partner, and he, used to have bars, and he had a bar called Space to Chase, downtown by Webster Hall. Downtown by Webster's Hall. It's called Space to Chase, and he had when Smashing Pumpkins were just starting, and Counting Crows, and they were just starting, they were playing in his bar. So that bar was called Space to Chase. So basically, and he's the one who invested in my fashion boutique on Center Street, 2002 to 2009, and it was called Rude Girl Rive Gauche. And now that whole area is called Little Paris because it's actually like on Center Street. Center Street is like, it goes Center Street, Baxter, and Mulberry. So Mulberry Street between Broome and Grand is Little Italy. But basically, my partner invested in my store on Center between Broome and Grand, and now that's like Little France, Little Paris. And so it's like, damn, like all because, that area is kicking now, all because I had my store there and we made it beautiful, and now that area is booming. So I'm really happy about that, So we'll go there another day. Like basically, I was a pioneer on Center Street between Broome and Grand. What's up, FAOF Sanders? And it was called Rude Girl Rive Gauche. It's basically like, I don't know, FAFO, if you know that area, center between Broome and Grand. So Little Italy is Mulberry between Broome and Grand, and then Baxter Street is in the middle. This is downtown. So my store was 237 Center Street. And now that area is booming, yo. And that's all thanks to me being a pioneer and taking a leap of faith. And so I'm really proud of myself because I struggled during those 7 years. But thanks to having met Umberto Manzo, even though we didn't have like really much foot traffic, I was able to make patterns every day. And that's how come I accumulated over 200 commercial patterns. And then, so basically what I want to say is that, life isn't perfect, and there were all these setbacks, like 2008, the recession, and then Sandy, and then 2012 Sandy, and then after that the the pandemic in 2020, and here we are in 2026. So I'm still believing, and basically now it's coming to a culmination where I'm going to be, working on these festivals that are going to help feed the homeless and help students with their college loans, as well as promote my fashion brand, and basically combine my love for fashion, but my love for music is just as strong. So everything is coming together. Yeah, the Iron District, right. Ooh, we are at 6th Avenue and 31st Street. You know it's cold because you don't even see many dogs out here. So yeah. So basically I'm going to be mainly in Vegas, but hopefully things are going to be good, and then I could be able to, go to New York in the, in better weather. Ideally, spend the summers in New York City, and yeah, ideally, like, it would be great to go to like New York City or California, like during the Vegas summers. Now you think life is hard. Now people out here like selling outside, that's tough. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We're heading towards Port Authority. What's up, Tokyo Dolphins? Yeah, and I'm a survivor, yo, because I wanted to say something about sometimes I was wondering, like, sometimes certain things seemed all right. Well, I'm talking about Vegas, and in light of what happened last year, and I have to admit, there was clearly like some Vegas drama, But I'm a survivor, and I have to say, this is what you learn from New York City. Okay, this is something you learn from New York City. Okay, so you'll have a lot of people. Okay, this is what it is. You don't call, and this is what you gotta. This is New York City street wisdom. This is how you gotta stay alive in New York City. Okay, don't call. You can't always call it like it is when you're walking the streets in New York City. For example, you don't call a crack addict a crack addict. Unless you want like a beer bottle, a broken beer bottle, like in your face. So, and you don't call a crazy person crazy. Okay, unless you want to get stabbed. I'm just saying, you got to be careful in New York City. You can't always call it like it is. Just some words of wisdom. This is how you stay alive in New York City. And I applied that wisdom to Vegas. So basically what it is that you don't call a crack addict a crack addict. You don't call a crazy person a crazy person. And try to avoid eye contact. And another thing you don't do is you don't tell a 300-pound woman that she's a 300-pound woman. You don't do those things. So bottom line is that, you don't call a crazy person crazy. If you want to stay alive and you don't want, a cut up face from a broken beer bottle in your face, or you don't want to get stabbed or nothing like that, that's what you got to do. You got to sometimes what you got to do, if you want to stay alive, staying alive, the aim is to stay alive. Thank you, Tokyo Dolphins. So that's what I did. And I know some people, okay, this is a big lesson to be learned. Okay, so sometimes you just don't want to call it like it is, and sometimes you got to leave a crazy person alone, and you don't tell them that they're crazy. You got to let a crazy person feel like they're normal, and you got to treat them like a normal person. You can't be. This is what you learn from New York City. You don't do that. You let a crazy person. If you want a crazy person to leave you alone, you got to acknowledge that they're crazy, and you got to just leave it alone. And you might even, with your survival tactics, what you might even do, which I recommend, is maybe give them a little compliment. You know, you don't call a crazy person a crazy person. You know, you tell a crazy person, hey man, you're funny, man, or oh man, you look good. I really like what you're doing, man. That's what you got to do in New York City. A compliment can not only, compliment is not necessarily about, you know, worrying about people liking you. A compliment is more about making sure someone doesn't hate you and hate you. So basically what I want to say is that my survival instincts took over. And, you know, and I was always very polite and very complimentary to this certain individual. And another thing that I did too was also create a common enemy. So this crazy person and I had a common enemy. So that, you know, this crazy person left me alone. So I had to dramatize a little bit, you know, to kind of have this person leave me alone and feel like I'm on his side. So I just want to explain that to you, that sometimes, you know, drama is not for the sake of drama. Sometimes drama is for the sake of surviving against drama. So I just want to let you know that's how I played it. No. I'm just talking about how, that the guy, I'm just talking about how this, the guy, the crazy guy, you know who he is. So I'm just letting you know that I treated him normal. And I did dramatize a little bit to have him feel that he and I had a common enemy. And the reason why I did it was because my instincts knew that he was truly crazy and could do really something crazy. So that's the reason why, it looked like maybe I was, on his side a little bit. But no, that was just about survival instincts. What's up, Lisa? So that's what I want to say. That's what it was all about, just survival instincts, And I'm alive, staying alive. I got dreams, and there a lot of them are going to come true. And I'm just psyched, and I just want to share with you that, maybe it sounds cliche, but keep on believing. And then now what's really awesome too is that with this music festival that's going to happen, that's going to celebrate cannabis awareness, it's so exciting because now I'm starting to feel that maybe, I can still pursue my original music. Yeah, staying alive. You can tell by the way I walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Whether you're mother, whether your mother, gonna stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Ah, yeah. Don't stop believing, yeah. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train carrying anywhere. We're on Fashion Avenue, baby. What's up, Marcy 683? Marcy's like, ha ha ha, yeah. So I'm walking up to Port Authority. Ralph, you'll press more than the woman. Oh, I gotta learn that song. I gotta learn that. And then you know what else that I did? I actually opened. I used to hate on country music. Like a lot of New Yorkers hate on country music, but so I actually opened my mind about country music, and I actually learned country roads. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees. younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. I never thought I'd be singing that song. Jack Dennis says hi. Something says fake New Yorker giving out deadly advice about my city. I take offense. It's all good, baby. Woo. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, it's all good. You know, everybody can do their thing. If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. Kevin Butler says ascending. I'm not saying I know my spot. Yeah. So yeah, I actually enjoyed live streaming, but now I'm really live streaming with a purpose because I'm going to be working on these cannabis awareness festivals. You know, aligning with local politicians. And I think also might be able to get like Jose Andres, his World Kitchen. You know, Jose Andres, how he feeds, you know, people during you know, natural disasters. So might get Jose Andres on it. Oh. No, that was actually, you know, it was really good to actually study like the LSATs, and I actually liked studying the LSATs, studying for the LSATs. But I don't think I'm really going to go to law school because I think I'm going to focus on making $5,000 dresses every day, because that's really my forte. And basically, like, now you might think, how is you going to make a $5,000 dress in like 8 to 12 hours? But the way that I'm going to do it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have all of these, like, I'm going to have like a bunch of like 6-inch ruffles. Then I'm going to have these like silk panels. They're going to have all these like different like motifs. The motifs are like when you know like a motif is like a kind of like an applique with like beads. So, you know, I'm going to have like, you know, appliques that are pre-beaded or fabric that's pre-beaded, and then I'm going to be, you know, putting that together and making videos of that, which I'm really excited about, because when I got my Samsung S22 Ultra, and that was back in 2023, I only had 128 gigabytes. So now with my new phone, Samsung S25 Ultra 5G, I got 512 gigabytes. So I'm going to be able to like make more videos. So basically that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be based in Vegas, because Vegas is the wedding capital of the world. And then there's a couple of bridal shops that want to buy my dresses. And then also I can work as a tailor. So yeah, like tailoring wedding dresses, there's a lot of money to be made. Like a wedding dress, you can charge like $1,000 just to do the tailoring. And there's a couple like special wedding dress stores in Vegas. So I'm gonna be selling some of my dresses there, and work as a tailor there. So, you know, my worst case scenario is that I'll just be a wedding dress tailor. That's my worst case scenario, which is still a very decent living, and Vegas is the wedding capital of the world. So I'm going back to Vegas. Well, Jody has to beware of bridezillas. Oh yeah, right? So that's what's you know, going to be awesome. Wedding shops in New York City make bank. Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for, to, you know, start making a lot of these videos. Especially now that I got 512 gigabytes on my new phone. And they got, you know, on the Samsung S25 Ultra 5G, they got 7 years of updates. So if I'm good with this phone, this is like a 7-year plan just from this new phone alone. Hopefully the 7-year plan will involve not just being in Vegas, but maybe going to Beverly Hills as well. What's up, Lisa M? Oh yeah, Kevin Butler is cool. Yes, thank you, Jack Daniels. Yes, thank you, Jack Daniels. And hopefully I'll be able to... Okay, we're on 40th Street. Oh, maybe I'll go back... Oh, there's the big button. I like big buttons and I cannot lie. Hold on, y'all. I think I'll show you the big button again. Well, anyway, let me zoom in on it. There's the big button. Wow. I'll get some of that Summerlin money too. Yeah. So that's what it is, you know. Basically, you know, you can't be relying on live streaming to make money. You gotta use live streaming as a means, you know, not as an end. You know. Apparently, some people got too dramatic about that. You know, live streaming is as a means, not an end. Tokyo Dolphin says you have to go sighting. Yeah. Lot less closeouts. This is where you gotta see what, you know, New York City, this is where you gotta shop. Because, you know, yeah, thank you, I should. So this is what I want to do. You know, I think I'm going to probably live stream next week. Go down to where my store used to be. On Center between Broome and Grand. And then go to Chinatown and Little Italy. Yeah, there's an amazing Vietnamese restaurant too over there. It's on Mott Street. You know, they have what is it at the Venetian? They have a restaurant called 32 Mott Street. So I think they named it... You know, maybe there's a restaurant there on Mott Street. You know, Mott Street is like a famous street for Chinatown. Just like Mulberry is the famous street for Little Italy. Yeah, so New York City's become FAFO Sanders said 17 Mott Street is good. Yeah. Whoa Hop 17 Mott Street is good. That's your spot, FAFO? Oh, what's this? This is a Dim Sum Sam. This is on 40th Street. You got the Muji store over there. I don't know, you know, like Muji, this store Muji, they got good jeans. If you're looking for good jeans, they're made out of organic cotton. Actually, let's go in there. Oh yeah, warm up a little bit. So y'all heard of Muji, right? Just wanted to show you. They have a street level in the basement. Oh, Whoa Hop. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. And actually, they're pretty... I think you can bring your dog there. FAF, I think they let you bring your dog to the basement level. So y'all know this is Muji. Now, some of these clothes are really boring, but I have to say that these jeans are nice. If you're looking for good jeans and they're only like 50 bucks, they're made out of organic cotton. Kevin Butler says, I live in New York City on this other stream I'm on. So here we're on a... Oh. Why is it so... So we're at the Muji on 40. So these are these jeans right here. Yo, I recommend these jeans. Stretch denim slim fit pants, only $49.90. And they're made of organic cotton. Anyway, these are good jeans. I recommend these. Organic cotton, baby. So, you know, this store is like for nerds, you know, organized things. Raphael Press, no skin. They're like slim fit jeans. They're not like totally skinny jeans. But y'all know the store. It's like, you know, how to get really organized. For people that love to organize stuff. These are really cool too. These are acrylic organizers. Anyway, I love this store. They don't have a Muji in California anymore, I guess because of the pandemic. This is like one of the few Mujis you can go to. Supposedly the Japanese are the best at making tiny teacups I was learning about. Oh, and that's another thing about this Samsung S25 Ultra 5G. Like, the live stream can last like 8 hours, but supposedly like the Samsung S25 Ultra 5G is just like one of the best smartphones out there. Even next to the iPhone. Eesh. Yes, the whole point is to stay alive, baby. Staying alive. Yay, so thank y'all for joining me. I was walking down memory lane, going down the 7th Avenue where my showroom was on 38th Street. Talking about Fashion Institute of Technology where I graduated in 98. Then I scored like the best job you could get as a FIT graduate working with Umberto Manzo, the best pattern maker of New York City. So, and then now, Japanese taking pride in their work no matter what it is. Yes, thank you, Jody FJ. So now we're at chat inside, yeah. And that was pretty fun too. Times have changed because the last time that I was in New York City was winter of 2016. Andres 19 cent Tessa spitting out lyrics. Oh shit, don't even get me started. Oh damn. Hey, what's up? What's my favorite one? Oh yeah, this is the ghettos, and you ain't got money, that you still got all your honey, that you still got all your fun, and that you still got ghetto pride, yo. They won't take you for a ride. Yo, you stand right up to the haves. We look at you like a have-not. Yeah, that's right, you take all the right paths. You on the way to Camelot. Damn, I was in New York City when it was like, it was fun as hell to be like bold as fuck and like smoking out in the street. But now that shit ain't even cool anymore because that shit is legal. But we used to be like bold. Like I remember Kevin Butler said you were here yesterday. At the Port, we're at the Port Authority, y'all. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get a coffee and say my farewell over here. Yeesh. All right, if I can make it there, I make it anywhere. Oh, this place is nice. I like it. Oh. Oh, do I get a coffee over there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Yes, we're at the Port Authority, baby.
Hi, guys. Hi, sir.
Yeah. If you ever have the misfortune of being homeless in New York City, at least you can warm up at the Port Authority, y'all.
I want B1 chicken.
We're in the Port Authority. But let me try to get a... Ooh.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Can I just get a coffee without milk and sugar? Oh.
Sugars?
Yeah. Oh. Damn, my hands are frozen. All this talking. You're the hard moderator, yeah? Damn, my hands are frozen. Oh, gosh.
You wanna pay by cash or card?
Cash actually? Yeah. Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, my hands are frozen. Ah. Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, there's not. That's why I'm going. I was really missing the. Oh shit. Gonna lingle with the locals, yo. All right, let me. That's what's up. I'm hanging out in Port Authority. What's up, everyone? Purple rain. Cat's Meow on Fremont Street. Oh, I miss Cat's Meow. And yeah, there's a lot of like karaoke places in New York City, but usually like it's a room. Like it's not like a stage, like a Cat's Meow. Like you got to be a hardcore karaoke singer for the Cat's Meow because they put you on that stage. Yeah, we're at the Port Authority. I'm just warming up with my coffee. Ooh, my hands are frozen. I was walking out there. It's cold as fuck out there. Oh shit. Hold on, you can 1 second. Bear with me, y'all. So that's what's up, y'all. So basically, yeah, I'm going to be focusing on my fashion and putting together my music. We're going to be doing cannabis music festivals, making history, helping feed the homeless, helping people with their student loans. Basically, it's all about you don't... Oh, thank you, Virgil Proctor. It's all about... Thank you, Virgil Proctor. You know, I saw something where they said, like how certain, you know, like I'm not a professional dancer, but they were talking about well, it was like in some dance studio, and they're talking about how certain dancers really stand out. So, you know, thank you, Virgil, because I feel like I got that quality, you know, that that I could stand out in the crowd. You know, I have good memories on being on Fremont Street, and I remember, you know, the Velvet Elvis. They would, you know, they basically let me know that like I stood out to them, and they really appreciated my dancing, you know. So thank you, Virgil, because the cover bands, you know, appreciated my dancing too. And after like going to Cats Meow was really great, because I realized that you know, that I can sing as great as I can dance. You know, I just didn't learn the songs, and I learned the songs, and I have 200 songs in my repertoire. And then now that I know how to sing these songs, I think I'm going to be even dancing even better, because I'm like singing the songs in my head as I'm dancing. So I'm really just have upped my game, and you know, live streaming has just, you know, let me be bold enough to share my dreams. And you know, and I'm a big dreamer, and I dream a lot, and I just want to share my experience. You know, like, you know, there's been a lot of ups and downs the past 3 years. I would have to say ups and downs, you know, ever since 2002. And that's when I had my store in 2002. And Steve Jobs, Tony said, "I can't believe you left Vegas for this. NYC is not the place it once was." Well, oh, let me tell you, I want to share this story before I go. Thank you. I want to really share the story. So this is a really good story. So the past year, so I left Vegas in April, and then I was doing a store with this woman. You know, we were partners in a store in Santa Cruz, and I actually really did like Santa Cruz in California. And but that didn't work out. And then August, I left. You know, I'm in New Jersey right now, working, you know, as a tailor for my family, because my mom was sick, and she used to work as the tailor. So and she, you know, she was not well at all. And I basically didn't talk to my mom for like 12 years. And I just got reunited with my mom and my family last year in September. And so I was like working as a tailor, you know, since my mom was too sick to work as a tailor, you know, at my sister's dry cleaner. Shout out to my sister's dry cleaners in Marlboro. And what happened was my mom has been doing really super well, and she admits that it has a lot to do with me. So I got to reunite with my mother, and she was like, you know, almost dying, and now she's very healthy, and she's doing fine. And I'm going to be going back to Vegas in March, and so this is a really happy ending. You know, my mother is very healthy, and she's got at least like 5 more years to live, and I got reunited with my family, and I've been working as a tailor, and then I started tailoring wedding dresses, and realizing that you know, that like I can actually, like, you know, like I made her wedding dress look even nicer. And so now I'm going to be focusing on wedding dresses. So no matter what, I'll be doing fine in Vegas, because I could always work as a wedding dress tailor. And then I'm also going to be making my own wedding dresses. I'm going to show videos about that, and maybe sometimes do a live stream where I'm actually, you know, making the wedding dress too. But mainly like videos. And so anyways, now that I got 512 gigabytes on my new Samsung S25 Ultra, so everything is all good. So I'm going to be doing a couple more live streams in Manhattan, like where my store used to be, and then go to Chinatown. Yes, thank you, Becky A. Like around March, in mid-March. and my mother is doing well. She's been recovering so well, and basically my mom says that that I healed her. So this is amazing. Like, so now I'm thinking, like, I don't know, like I was giving her like this therapeutic massage, and because my mother couldn't even get up, and then I gave her like this therapeutic massage, and she told me that it healed her. So me being around my mom and just loving her and letting bygones be bygones has been just so positive, and that's basically what it is. Like, now I'm gonna be a wedding dress designer in Vegas. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Oh, actually, that's a whole nother story about my doggy. My doggy passed away, Bobby. So don't even get me started about her. But Bobby was amazing and made me feel safe and saved my life a couple of times, definitely. And with all the threats, those email threats, my dog was there, and she basically saved my life. But my doggy passed away, but my mother is doing great, and now I'm gonna be a wedding dress designer in Las Vegas. So that's all good. And then I'm gonna be doing these cannabis festivals. So that's what I want. What town in New Jersey? Oh, thanks Jody for asking. Parsippany, New Jersey. That's actually where, see, I went to a private school from 7th to 10th grade, but then I had to spend like my junior and senior year in New Jersey, Parsippany, which I hated. But anyway, so that's, I'm just happy all these good memories. New York City is where rest in peace for Bobby. But New York City is where I made my dreams come true. I met the best pattern maker in New York City, and I got to go to Fashion Institute of Technology, and I had my store from 2002 to 2009, and that area is booming now. And so, I feel really good about how in the pursuit of my own dreams that I've allowed other people to live their dreams, and that's what this festival is going to be about. It's going to be supporting the new talent in music, and I'm going to basically, I'm on my way to being a wedding dress designer and fashion designer for the rock stars. So that's what I wanted to say. And thank you, Raphael Press. But she basically saved my life a couple of times, and I just want to say, and she was a beautiful, pit bull, and I just want to say, please don't prejudge pit bulls. They're, one of the most loving dogs you can have, as long as you socialize them. And so, like, I just want to say, please don't prejudge the pit bulls. They are great dogs, and like a pit bull would, like, put it this way, maybe some people would still be alive today if maybe they had a pit bull, as their sidearm. Pit bulls have saved lives. So, the Rainbow Bridge. But so like I said, live streaming is just a means for me. It's definitely not an end, and I just want to say that I have I basically have no bad feelings about any other live streamers. I just played politics in order to protect myself from a certain crazy person. So I just want to say that the only drama I like is the drama that I need to stay away from more serious drama. So like, put it that way. The only drama that I entertain is a drama that I need to create in order to protect myself from bigger drama. So that's what I want to say. That got played out. Electric says, you still, yeah, I'm still dancing, yeah. And as a matter of fact, you know, I think my dancing, no drama, mama, right? I think my dancing is going to get even better because I learned 200 songs. I learned how to sing 200 songs. So now my dancing is going to get better because when I'm doing my moves, I'm going to be singing at the same time. And that's what they were saying too, like, thank you, Electra. That's what they were saying. You know, it's not easy. You know, the big challenge in life is to be able to dance and sing at the same time. You know, like, that's why Madonna's Madonna, because Madonna could dance and sing at the same time. Thank you, Electric. Yeah, it's going to be better than ever. And yeah, lots of good things are happening. I just want to say to everyone, just never stop dreaming and just make yourself prepared, you know, for the right opportunities, because that's what happened to me. You know, I just kept on believing, and I'm super prepared to be this designer now for these rock bands. And shout out to Michael Guido. He's a hotshot entertainment lawyer who's going to help make these festivals possible. And it's going to promote a new musical town focusing on metal music, and it's going to be, you know, fun as hell, because it's going to be about, like, you know, velvet coats and studded leather jackets, and it's just going to be awesome fashion. What's up, Donald? And the dancing is going to be better than ever, and there's going to be singing and Jody FJ, yeah. And I mean, I'm sure they're out there, you know, Jody FJ, but all I'm saying is yeah, like, when it comes to people, and, you know, all I'm saying is that, you know, they can be so loving, and don't listen to society, what they say. And yeah, all right, y'all, so I think I'm gonna cut it over here. So basically, I'm gonna say thank you, everyone, for all the inspiration, and you know, I basically just shared all my dreams and aspirations and all my ideas, and that's not easy too, because, you know, you could share all your dreams and aspirations and people will still cut you down. You know, they'll still try to cut you down to size, and they'll say all of this to be discouraging, and just don't listen to them. Just be prepared for the right opportunities. And the live streams are going to get better than ever, because I'm going to be live streaming at these festivals now, these music festivals. It's going to be amazing. Virgil Proctor Studio 54 revised. Yeah, it's going to be like dancing 2.0 with, like, even better outfits, and now I got this better camera. It's going to be all good. And I've been learning video editing, and we're going to start going, like, all over the country, you know, Beverly Hills, and, you know, and all over the world, hopefully. So, all right, y'all. So, thank you so much. And hopefully y'all be back next week, because I want to go to Chinatown and go downtown, and I can show you where my store used to be, and you know, walk down memory lane over there. So thank you so much for everything, and I'm really excited to grow my channel even further, and the most important thing is about spreading love and inspiration. And thank you, Gurkha Legend, and being positive. And also another thing that's really important is, you know, if you want to win the prize, you got to make the right allies. So, and you know, thank you. I've grown a lot the past 3 years, and I'm going to be dancing and singing, and I'm going to be better than ever. I'm going to be making wedding dresses and leather jackets and custom-made bespoke suits. So things are going to get better than ever. So, and love to everyone, and thank you.